tell me about your regressions. When do they happen the most? And how often do you think that happens?
They can happen from one day to the next, and I'll feel like all my work has been given back. Like when I started treating this back in August of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, the way that I felt back then, I can potentially still feel it now.
Like right away?
Like I'll fall back. No, it'll be like I'll fall back, and then I'll sink deeper, and then I don't know. It's weird, but I always come out of it because I always choose the right things. Because it's crazy, you know. But it's because when you live with something like this, and you're really concerned about it, you learn. You learn things.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this is good. I need to do this. This will do this. This will do this. And it's like, you learn a process. If you're really concerned about, if you're really concerned about a condition, what a crybaby. But if you're really concerned about a condition that you have and you work on it, like you find things that work and you're just like, yes, I'm doing this.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, so it forces you to be inside of your body, right?
Yeah, but as simple as basically, yes. That's what it feels like. Like my body's, my insides want to come out of my out. That's what it feels like.
Okay. And so when did you first notice that it started to really hit? Did you notice it more in your feet or your hands?
I thought it was just my posture.
Okay.
I mean, it is my posture, but I didn't know I had it, you know. And then I remember. Yeah, I guess you can say it. I think this has been lifelong though.
Yeah.
Because I've engaged things that I've never ever felt before.
And so when you did engage them, did it trigger any memories or a type of strange response? Like trauma?
Some things, yeah, like a pain that I ended up feeling here. It was because there was a steel door that I punched.
Okay.
And I remembered the pain, and I was like, oh, it's that pain from that time.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's like the body revisits those, it seems.
That's right, yeah. So our body does store a bunch of memories.
And down there, I kicked something too. My toe turned purple. It was crazy.
Okay.
The middle one.
Middle toe.
Yeah, and I feel like that's had a lot to do with causing problems up here too.
Right, okay. And so when we trigger those traumatic responses, there is a natural reaction that happens. And some of those reactions that you've experienced are called discharge, right? And so when you're discharging trauma, it's good to pay attention to what it is that happens, how it happens, and what type of memory response that you're getting or feedback that you're getting from your body. So it's good that you've done a lot of these things without knowing exactly what they are.
Yeah, that's funny, right?
It's an innate thing that you have already. It's very intuitive. And so that's going to help us out a lot to further treat you down the line. What I want to do right now is treat the tissues and neurological responses to the stuff that I'm doing to you.
Yeah, that's
so that way we can tie in if there's a trauma response versus a release, like a tissue release or myofascial release, or even just a neurological.
Then down there.
Okay.
And it's like I'm up here and air flows into my lungs way better than it does if I was back there.
Okay.
Crazy, right?
No, not crazy. We're figuring out
that's right.
we're figuring out how
But see, like this right here, I think I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I think I need to pay more attention to how I move my neck now. But I'm also scared because these bones are jagged.
Jagged? Okay.
All of them, they're all jagged. I have the X-ray.
Okay.
I was like, what do you call it? I know what it's called. The X-ray, I have one. And all of them are jagged right here. And you know what it's from? Headbanging.
Headbanging, really?
Yeah.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one. I've talked to other people who say that they have that too from headbanging.
Okay.
I said, man, I even have a disc messed up in my neck. It's from headbanging. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
really, dude?
I've treated other artists that have the same thing, slipped discs or even herniated discs.
Oh, that's so horrible.
And yeah, believe it or not, from headbanging. It's just such a heavy whiplash, that
really
it eventually causes a ton of tissue damage, and then eventually the disc will rupture because there's just not enough play or space. A lot of times those people also have never gotten any sort of treatment to keep themselves in a better position, and so now they're kind of just forced to.
So you have to I mean, I don't understand what it is, but it's like, you know how I told you something came out of like the bottom of my foot and like went to the bottom of my foot? It was like that happened here.
When you say
on the
something,
back.
what is it that you mean when you say something?
I don't know, like some kind of muscle or like maybe fascia.
Okay.
That's what I imagine it might be, because it's like it came out of the bottom of my foot one day, and then I was like, man, what the hell? And I told somebody at the gym, and they're like, dude, that's amazing. And I was like, I know, that's crazy. And then like it just like it was like it just got bigger and bigger and bigger and took over my leg, and now my leg is better.
Okay, that's cool. That's
amazing,
actually good. That's good information. Yeah. Just
yeah, that I'm scared of going really wide. I am.
Okay.
I won't lie to you, I'm really scared of going wide. Very scared. What else? Yeah, and then you'll notice my hamstrings are like, it's like stiff.
Okay.
But like over here, it's like the muscle's hard. But over there, it's like the hamstring is stiff though. Like it's different. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, like
almost
tissue?
like, yes, almost like the skin also compared to just the muscle.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
I get what you mean.
So I have that going across my arms, my neck,
that same tightness,
my back.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like something like I got some muscles that I engaged yesterday, and they're starting to heal. And like if I touch them, I could feel that sensation on the thing on the bottom of my leg.
Okay.
If I touch it, and it's like, what the hell? And I press it, and it's like, what the hell? And then other spots, like, well, maybe not that one, but there's other spots though that you can touch, and it'll be like, what the hell? And I could feel it over there too.
Okay.
When touching that one though,
it's
it stimulates them all together. And well, yeah, I mean, I think that whatever that is, I mean, it's good, you know.
So right now I'm draining your lymph nodes. I'm draining joint to joint. And we're moving all the way across the pelvic floor.
I mean, dude, that feels. I need to just like stop, right?
No, dude.
Because
me doing your response is.
Well, because me doing that is more like me trying to handle what's going on versus just sitting there and like, shut up and take it, dude.
No, it's not about shut up and take it.
Because I think that's
what I need is more like the feedback that you're giving me. So that's actually good.
Okay.
Like if you talk through it, or if you sigh, or if it hurts,
or if I go, yeah, okay.
So all of that stuff is really good feedback. So don't feel the need to hold back, and don't feel the need to try to take more than what you think you should.
I can though. I'm up for it too.
Okay.
I'm here to be punished. Because that's really like how this feels. The harder I go, the harder I push, the more pain I feel. And the more pain I feel, the better I feel when that heals. Okay. It's like that every time. Every time. So that's what I imagined here, and you know, I was like, cups. Oh, and then if they go in that muscle that stimulates that bottom of my left leg, like, dude, oh, that's gonna suck. But I thought, hey man, if it helps, whatever, then, you know. And then you know, we exchanged some messages, and Oh, yeah, you're going after that. Oh, I've been trying to break that. And I have to break that on a daily basis.
Okay, good.
It's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know what it is. I've always just thought like that keeps me from moving properly.
That's right.
And it's stiff, and I'm just like, I don't know, like, and it would hurt, and I mean, it till this day it hurts, and it's until the day that it doesn't really hurt, yeah, but it's like you're breaking it, that thing that I've been trying so hard to break it, and like it's weird though, because it's like it breaks, and then like the next day, if I'm not careful walking, it gets stiff again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then it'll push me into walking all weird.
That's right. Okay, good. So yeah, everything from in here within the arch, this is fascial tie from here all the way into the pelvic floor. That's exactly what I'm treating. So yes, not so much break it, but rather break that habit of you blading the foot. So anytime that you blade the foot, you're landing more on the outside of the foot. And so that's essentially what I'm doing, is retraining this entire fascial line to accept this new position. Which is why we started down here at the foundation itself, carving out the arch, moving the fingertips up and down. You see how you can take more now?
Yeah, that's great.
And it's not like incredibly painful, but it's still like, oh shit, something's happening, right?
Yeah, it's actually fantastic.
Good.
Yeah, it's great that you're doing that, because yeah. I mean, I can feel like that by itself is advancement.
Yes,
all by
right.
itself. Like just that alone is like, all right, we have advanced several stages. Like that's literally what that is. It's amazing.
Good.
It's absolutely amazing. And that's what I was thinking too. Yesterday, I felt like, I was like, does it feel like there's nerves coming in on the top of my foot now? Like that's what it feels like. I mean, I don't know if that's what's actually happening, but like the sensation I felt, and I didn't, of course it's something that you feel, and then like you get used to it, so it's like it goes away, but you feel it happen.
That's right, yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
And like you were talking,
you're feeling all that.
Oh yeah. This is great. There was cold, so cold. But anyway, there was a time when I was sleeping, and something woke me up, and I was like, what is, like, what? And then I wake up and I start looking at my feet, and I'm like, what the hell? I could feel something coming out of the bottom of my feet to sync them together. Okay. If that makes any, I don't know how to explain it. That's like the best way that I could describe it. Yeah, and I thought this leg didn't need as much of that as this leg does, but it does, huh?
No, yeah.
Like a different type, but it does, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because I was actually, that's something this whole time, yeah, before all this, like maybe 2 days ago, I was like, man, then my left foot feels weird now. Because it was always my left foot that was good. I mean, my right foot, and then it changed to my left foot. And then somehow after it changed to my left foot, well, now that I'm correcting all these things, it's changed back to my right foot.
Okay.
But I thought, well, that leg is going to be okay. So I'm not kidding though, about 2 days ago I was like, man, that leg needs something. I don't know what it needs, but like with this one I was like, it needs that thing. I don't know, to break that, the stiffness on the bottom of the foot that I was talking about.
Right, yeah.
I knew that on that one, and on this one it's kind of like, well, I know something's wrong, but I don't know what it needs. I don't know what it is,
Right. So, but you're more present on that right foot, right?
Totally, yeah. Like I said, about a day or two ago was when I realized, I said, man, there's something my left foot needs some work too. It's not just my right, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the left leg is usually the support leg, and so yeah, you probably weight bear more on this one. So the ankle is probably going to take the brunt of the weight, and so like right there, you feel all that tissue.
Oh.
So all this is impact tissue, and it does develop when we take high amounts of impact or high amounts of weight. And so you've probably taken both. Even in your lifting, it seems like you power off a little more off of this leg as a stabilizer.
I have been, yeah.
And so that can translate to the low back and translate to core.
Whoa.
So that's kind of what we're going to do today also. Decompress the low back as much as possible with the core first. So that's why I wanted to start you face up so that we can definitely get the core straightened out. And like you were mentioning before, you were never that engaged in the core, right?
Yeah, I've never. Oh, you're breaking it there too. Oh man. Oh. That one, yeah, that one has been like my stronghold.
Yeah.
You know, I compare them, and that's how I figured out that about this one. You know, man, I was trying to tell you something else about it though. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good. So I'm going to strengthen your core first by elongating it as much as possible.
Oh, that sounds painful.
And then no, I don't think it will. And then slowly when you start re-engaging, just like you're doing right now, right? You feel like you need to re-engage it.
Yeah, that's because of what you did, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's amazing. Oh, dude, my mind is blown so hard right now.
Good.
What? Yeah, because you know I noticed too, and you're gonna tell me that it's true. I know you're gonna tell me that it's true. I noticed that it was like my core was like engaging but not fully, and I was like, it's not engaging fully because maybe it's not connected properly. Something's like not right, like it's not connected properly.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So I mean, go on.
Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm trying to engage each of your fascial lines, your front lines.
Oh.
And so this fascial line where I'm at right now kind of goes in an opposite direction. So it starts here on this leg and it goes over all the way to that opposite right arm, and vice versa. So you have like a big X.
Yeah.
So I'm working the big X, but to put you in a better position from heel to toe versus what's going on right now, which is the blading of both feet, and that's just over supination. It's coming in this way, both of them. And like you were saying, you're breaking that thing. What I'm breaking is the barrier that you've created, both physically and mentally, to keep your body in the position that's quote unquote comfortable. So we're breaking you out of that habit, putting you into a sort of a more uncomfortable position until your body learns to accept that, oh man, we can actually spread out in this way. And it's much easier, it's more efficient, I can actually breathe better, my diaphragm doesn't want to re-engage so much like how it's doing right now. So all of those things to kind of crack you open like a walnut, but we're doing it slowly. So that way we don't cause too much trauma too fast. Because any changes in the body right now are kind of received as trauma because they're painful, right? Mm-hmm. It's like oh, what the hell is going on type of shit.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, then my body's like that every day, multiple times a day.
That's right. Yeah. Crazy. So we want to treat you in sequences. And so I'm doing joint to joint work specifically for that.
Yeah, because you don't want to overwhelm where it needs to figure out.
That's right. Yeah, we don't want to overwhelm the system. Right now, the system is functioning on short circuits, and so I'm just trying to find those short circuits and then reconnect, get you to focus on that area to release.
That's amazing, all the stuff that you're telling me.
You do it already, right?
It's amazing.
That's good, man.
No, I mean, I don't know about doing it already, but it's amazing though, you know, like.
Good, man.
You're explaining things that is like clearing the short circuit. Okay, see how you're talking about short circuit. Then, well, I don't know, it kind of makes sense. Like if I touch something over here and then I feel it over there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a short circuit.
That's similar to it, yeah. Because it doesn't connect all the way to, like, let's say I touch here and it goes down the leg. That would make more sense than if I touched here and it went way over here, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exactly right. So I'm reconnecting all of your fascia so that it can talk to itself much better.
So it's like my fascia has all been destroyed?
Not destroyed, disconnected. Because it's still a connective tissue, and it's a spider web like connective tissue that connects your bones, organs, and muscular tissue. And so that's what gives it that kind of a cutlet shape, each muscle that you have. But if that spider web doesn't talk to itself, there's blockages that we have to find. And more than likely, they're just stiffened up or
like that,
like really tight. Yeah, so like up in here, right?
Oh,
and you feel it all the way over here.
Well, that's what I'm not. I won't lie to you. Barely recently was when I became aware that it was like you're not supposed to just be walking. You know, for me, it's like you're not for me. You know, because it's not normal. It's not a normal condition. Somebody normal would just walk. For me, it's like I have to walk and press to try to get all the stuff in the middle of my foot, like the meaty part, to come out more. And that's kind of how I've been able to kind of attain this something similar to what you're doing, but you're doing it way better than I could by myself.
Good, man.
Way better than I could by myself, yeah.
I'm glad you came in, dude. That's so cool.
Oh man, thanks for having me, man. This is just amazing, really, truly.
Good, dude.
And I can't get all serious. Amazing. You know, like it really is. Like, I look at all the things that happen to me day to day, and I'm just like, man, I'm headed the right direction. I don't know how I know this, but I know I'm headed the right. You know, like I know I'm headed the right direction. So you're talking about the disconnected fascia,
right?
So you can feel it, right? You can feel it, and you're like, it's right here.
Yes, that's right. But I don't want to like attack it, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's not something that needs to be like redestroyed, right?
No.
Because the connection's already been misplaced, and so what I'm doing is I'm working a lot slower and making my strokes more intentional so that you can connect to where I'm at, connect to the dysfunction in that area, and then so now it's like, okay, everything's gluing together slowly.
Yeah. In the right place.
In the right place, that's exactly right, yeah.
Wow. So would you say, has that been completely torn up? Like, you're just like, wow.
No.
Or have you seen like, oh, well, hey, it's not as bad as I thought it was, judging by all the stuff Sergio's been telling me?
Kind of both. You know, I've seen some pretty messed up tissue before, and I've seen people that have been crushed in their legs, and so there's a complete disconnect. You know, with compartment syndrome. Athletes that get it, it's been really tough. But even those are still treatable. So if that's treatable and they've been crushed,
and I haven't been crushed.
You haven't been crushed yet. It's not so bad, man. But it is a different case for sure, in terms of like how disconnected everything is. So that's what's
weird,
very exciting and different about working on you. But I love it because it's tickling my brain, all the things that I want to try. We just have to do it slow.
So that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna tell me like, dude, treating you is different.
It is different. Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I've never met. Well, I've never met anybody that has this. You know.
Yeah, dude. Me either.
Well, see, I saw somebody down the street, walking down the street, and I said, man, look at that guy. He looks like he thinks he's tough. You know. And then I watched him. And then he swings his arms around like this, and he's walking and he holds his arms out. Mm-hmm. And then I said, he has the same disease that I have. So what the hell? He wasn't trying to be tough. Mm-hmm. He pushed his arms out to stabilize because he was having trouble walking. And like people, I have caught a lot of crap from people for doing stuff like that, and it's like, dude, you don't even know. I didn't even know I had this disease, you know? And like, and then people will go after people that do stuff like that, making fun of them, like, and they've done it to me a lot.
Really?
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm traumatized from that. Like,
Yeah.
I have trouble going places because of that.
I get you, man.
And
Yeah.
it's this is not a common condition.
Right.
And like,
and then having to try to explain to somebody who just really doesn't
know about the human body
or
is
they
even
freaking
worse.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hip joint right here is what
Targeting.
I'm mobilizing and targeting. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna make
But like,
everything easier.
what's great about it is I'm using the ankle to mobilize it, and so I can determine like where I can pull from. So like even here, I'm gripping down here at the Achilles, and up top here. There we go. See? So
Oh,
that
I felt
separation,
something,
yeah, that separation is what I'm really after, because now it's reconnecting you to that hip.
Like for the most proper function.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I think it's been great that I haven't done anything like, besides all the stuff that I've been doing, it seems like, right?
Yeah.
That it might have been a great thing to like stave off of anything like this for like until now.
Yeah.
Like it was like
you're right on time.
the perfect time. Wow. That's just, I mean, even that just seems so amazing to me.
How do
You
you
know,
feel?
like, I'm here at the perfect time, like,
Yeah.
because there's like some massive changes have been happening to me, you know?
Good.
And I'm just glad, because all this is like, this is going to like grab me, like I'm in the cannon. I was barely getting in the cannon, you know, like getting in it, and then over here you're putting the gunpowder, like getting ready to shoot me, you know. It's like, oh, here we go, let's heal, you know.
This is what I've been wanting to treat. See what's going on here. So how long have you been without playing? Tough question. Huh?
Yeah, it is. I think it's been months.
Months, really?
I think so, man.
Holy shit.
And I think
That's crazy.
and I think it's the best thing to do is stay away from it for now.
Right.
You know, to be able to. Because it's like, I started thinking, well, I'll just tear it and rebuild it and tear it and rebuild it, because it seems like all my posture stuff, like all those muscles tear when I sit down to play guitar.
Wait, okay.
So it messes me up, and then I'm like, oh, I feel like I gave it all back. Like, like want to cry like that, because it's like, dude, I've come so far, and then to just sit down and play guitar and then enjoy it, and then just be like, oh, I have to pay for it, and then I have to go to the gym, and then it's like I'm at the gym scared.
Okay.
All right, what am I gonna do to fix this? What am I gonna do to fix that? Breathe, stretch. You know, like all those things have helped, but this though, this is a whole different level.
Good, man. That's
A
actually
whole different level above that.
good.
Totally, yeah.
Oh, that was good. No pain?
No.
Okay.
No, but the guitar though, hits the nerves just the right way to mess me up. That's what it seems like. You know what I mean? Like
The vibration too, does that affect you in any way?
I wouldn't say that it's the vibration. I would say, oh, okay, so you tell me if I'm right. This is neutral. This is over that way. This is too much.
Mm-hmm.
This is neutral. This is where it should be. Because this started getting better. And it's been ever since I decided to do this and hold this.
To put it in neutrality? Okay.
Yeah. But this, you see that missing part of muscle on my forearm?
Oh,
You see that?
I see what that is. That's a fascial change, dude. Yeah.
Well, that's been there for a long time, and it's changing.
Is it getting worse, do you feel?
No way, no. And my grip has changed. My grip is stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, And I've had years and years. Oh, what do you say about my hand? I really would love to know everything you think about that hand.
There is a lot going on.
Oh, I knew it.
So like here, I feel compression like in this wrist, like heavy.
I know what caused it too.
And then it seems like your fingers do not want to fully extend. See? You're like fighting me.
Just like my feet.
So like here, right in here, right on this thenar eminence. This is probably the biggest deal.
That?
Because your opposable thumb that's what separates us from all the rest of the animals. And so your saddle joint is so compressed in, like all this is just squashed in this way. So there's a lot of limitation to this range of motion in your thumb.
Really?
So what I'm doing is I'm stretching this fascial band right here, and I'm getting way more fluid
into the hand.
Right, yeah. So that's what I want to do essentially, is fill this tissue with a whole bunch of fluid. I want to do it steadily at first, and then we can slowly increase the amount of pressure that we put on it if we need to. But honestly, on your hands, I would love to treat them about as heavy as I can, because this is where you've made the most sacrifices and improvements. Yeah, most money from.
The most sacrifice. You're right. The hands do everything. Without them, we can't fix the rest of the body. You know?
Yeah.
And none of these changes would have, like this on my forearm, would have never changed if I hadn't just done that. You know? Oh. My grip has changed. My grip has gotten stronger since I started doing that and holding it. But that strip, you see that strip? That's connected. That's connected to the entire problem.
That's right, yeah.
That is too. And then it's like, I don't know, I suspect that they're all connected to that one down there.
Right, yeah.
Like, especially the one that developed back there.
Yeah, so remember I told you about the X, right? So this hand and arm is connected to this opposite leg.
Yeah.
So this is your more mobile leg. That's your more mobile hand. So that's the one that plays with.
I hope we'll see when you touch it and see what you think. Right?
This guy seems like it takes like the brunt of force.
It has.
Like just do more. This is probably
way
like
more.
Hammer. You know?
That's what it seems. Yes, that literally have swung a hammer 1,000,000 times with that hand.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Yeah. Maybe not 1,000,000, but maybe 2,000,000. Literally swung a hammer. Yeah, and then sometimes holding it. I don't know if you want me to show you.
Right now.
For it? Oh, I can show you with this hand.
Okay.
Thumb, right? Okay, so holding it like this, holding it. I have held it all weird like this too. Holding it,
really?
held it like this, and I've also held it. There's a weird one that I like to do. Yeah, I've even I do it like that, like really extended like that. And then there's another one like this.
For holding a hammer?
Holding a hammer like this.
That's nuts, dude.
Crazy, right? Yeah, but holding it from the head.
Cabrón.
From the head. The head, right here's the hammer part where you smack with. And over here, the other head. 2 heads, right? And then smacking with the piece of wood at the end.
Okay.
So I use it in different ways. It's weird, right?
No, it's not weird.
Nobody who holds a hammer like that. You know what I mean? Like, not many people hold a hammer like that. I guarantee you. You know, it's like you go talk to somebody who builds a house, and they'll be like, "No, man, you never hold a hammer like that. What's wrong with you? You'll never get the nail in." You know, like you'll never get the nail in like that. But I need to use a hammer like that sometimes. You know.
All right, go ahead and scoot that way a little bit.
That job though has been so bad for me. That's why it's so destroyed. Like you're saying that it takes the brunt force. That's why, because of all those things, right?
That's true. Go ahead and scoot your body over to the edge. That way.
Oh, I'm scared. So just like that.
Yeah, same.
That's because I was gonna do it all like all without thinking.
No, you're good.
Well, because believe me, I mean, well, yeah, if you
Scoot
believe me, but I know you believe me, but I have to think about the way that I bend over, the way that I walk past the corner, I panic to try to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be careful how I do that. I can't just try to catch it.
Just pressure, okay?
If you want to make me cry, I'm down.
No, that's not.
I'm ready to be in tears. Being in tears. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too with everything that's been happening. Pain. Pain is my friend. You know, and the more pain that I feel, the better I feel. I'm not kidding. That's how it's been. Like,
Really?
it's like, oh, and the more pain, oh, and that hurts, and oh, this sucks. Ah. And then I go to sleep and I wake up and I'm like, this is amazing. Like that. But it's because I'm feeding myself all the proper things, you know? Like, most people won't do that. And if somebody doesn't do that, especially in a condition like this, how am I supposed to heal if I don't give my body nice, good nutrients? And then occasionally dirty ones, Taco Bell, pizza, burger, you know? You have to have a balance too. And like, I even have had this happen to me because I've gone like, eating clean. You're going to eat clean, you're going to be active, you're going to be pushing dents all day like me, then you have to eat clean 5-6 times a day. I've gone years and years with just 3. You know, like, and clean. So it's like that was actually conducive to hurting me.
Mm-hmm.
And making everything shrink the way that you're saying. You know?
Very true, yeah.
That's insane. I'm not going to say amazing. Insane. I feel so sad though about all this, because it's like, Sergio, you've been using your body wrong, dude. Your entire life, your whole body. You've been using all the wrong muscles for everything. And if you use the right muscle, you contracted it incorrectly.
Ah, I see what you mean. You've just been beating yourself up a lot, man.
My entire life though. Everything has been like that. Forever, you know? Even guitar, yeah, and then I started to notice, that I felt something fantastic right now.
Wiggle your fingers. These are good. And then stretch out your...
Oh my gosh, this is gonna help the frostbite too.
Mm-hmm.
This is amazing.
Very good.
You hear me? And now I have every right to be... Oh, can I push harder?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, like, how hard?
As
Just
hard
as
as
far
you
as I
want.
can go?
Yeah.
Would it be good to, like, say, like,
And then
spread, try to spread and push out?
Yes. Everything that you feel
that
that's
hurts.
comfortable. I want you to create as much neurological memory as you can to this hand. So stretch, curl it in.
Oh.
Try to push it in as much as you can.
Ah. Wow, this is amazing. And then we're doing this, and I can feel something over here.
That's right, yeah. Very good. Cool.
So that's proper. That's amazing. This is amazing.
I'm glad you like it too. Good. You want to get check out the color of his hand?
It's better to go slow, right?
However you want, whatever speed you want. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna try to go 100 miles an hour. Yeah, right. And injure myself. My hand probably would crash if I tried to go 100 miles an hour. And it's just really hard with all the pressure, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, I felt something crazy cool. I don't know what it is, but I felt it and it feels cool.
Feels cool. Okay, good.
Like, sometimes I'm at the gym and I'll feel something and I'm just like, this is amazing. And I'll just say it because I have my headphones in and they're loud. Right. So people see me freaking out, like, right, amazing. But this is amazing.
Alright, I'm gonna let go nice and slow, okay? Here we go. Check out the color change. Cool, huh?
He got to catch it on camera?
Yeah.
His eye didn't see, but that's okay.
That's cool. How did your hand feel?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yes.
Then wiggle it around, tell me what you think.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's amazing. It's different. It's different. It's so much different. That's amazing. Oh, you're over here doing something that I never thought was possible. something that I knew there was something wrong with my hands and stuff, but I thought there was only so much that could be done.
Wow, cool.
And over here, what you're doing is amazing. I'm sorry, you're probably gonna hear me saying that this entire session. Amazing, and all pumped about it too, because really, truly it is. Truly it is. My hand feels completely different now.
Good.
Yeah.
In a good way?
Yeah, totally.
So is this pressure okay?
Yeah. You can make me cry if you want. I'm totally okay with it.
Do you feel like you like it more towards the wrist or up towards the fingertips?
Well, if I like it more, I'm supposed to like it where it hurts more, right?
However you feel, man. I'm really going by you.
I mean, wherever you think is tighter would be the best way, though, right?
Yeah, wherever you feel more tightness.
Which way? Oh, well, you can't feel it?
No, I'm gonna go by what you say.
Oh, by what I say?
Oh. So is it more tight going up this way?
Oh, that's interesting.
Or coming down this way?
It seems like on the top, it's tighter there.
Up here?
Mm-hmm. It seems like, I can't really... They both feel... I won't lie, man. They both feel tight.
Okay. What about going more towards the thumb?
Yeah, that feels...
more towards the the palm?
I think, right there feels pretty nice.
Okay.
Meaning I got a nice sensation going.
Good. Okay, that's cool. Let's go with that.
So, do you know what time it is?
Time?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just, because I was trying to time, something that I was going to drink.
3:36. 3:36?
3:36.
You good?
Is it a good time, I think, or what do you think? Another reason my posture has got the hyperextended form.
Okay.
Isn't that? I don't know. People do things like that and they don't realize that they can get injured. Oh yeah, I have osteoarthritis in there. So.
On this hand?
Yeah. And that's, do you know which hand it is? It's the
really?
important one. Yeah. Yeah, every finger too. It's so sad. It's gotten better though. It's gotten better since I did this.
The neutralize? Okay, yeah.
Yes, since I did that, it's gotten so much better.
Do you get flare-ups on your hand?
Sometimes.
What are they like?
You mean pain-wise?
Yes, pain, inflammation, everything.
I mean, it's really just inflammation. I don't really say that I feel pain because my entire body has been numb.
Okay,
My entire body has been numb, and it's been like this for years and years and years.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
That's actually, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so, the waking up that you've been feeling now has been a big challenge, or has it been,
it's been
much better?
Massive changes. But the waking up, to get to the waking up, it's been a challenge. It's been an all-out war. Not a battle, an all-out war to try to get to where I am at right now.
Okay.
It's been heavy. And then now, coming in here to launch me, into a better place. This is fantastic. What do you think about that hand?
This hand's pretty fucked up.
That one too? Yeah? Compared to this one?
In comparison, I mean, they're both
they're both pretty fucked up, man.
It's just out there, man. There's so many fine motor skills that you have that it's tough to determine which one is quote unquote more. Because you've used them so efficiently, on both sides.
Man,
I'm actually surprised. I normally see one an offset, right? One more than the other.
Oh.
This is actually another thing that's a first for me, where I see both hands equally kind of shredded up,
Whoa.
And the same type of tightness here. This one's more up on the top of the wrist versus the inside.
Well, that makes me feel, when you're saying that makes me feel good. But at the same time, always pushing dents on cars.
Yeah.
That's why all of that is like that. And you see the wear,
and you're just like, man, that's worn. I've been pushing my hands and my muscles against metal for years and years and years.
Oh.
Hour after hour, day after day, hour after hour, just staring at a car all freaking day, you know, in a weird position, you know, leaning over the side of the door on my side, you know, like pushing it out with all the wrong muscles.
Yeah.
Like, and if I used the right muscles, I contracted them incorrectly though, because of the way everything else has been. So it's like, is that job really good for me? No. You know, because there's other guys who push them properly, and like, I mean, I push them properly too. I can make them look like everybody else can, but I'm not as fast as everybody else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And but I've seen other guys that are slower than me. I'm all happy. I've seen other guys that are slower than me, but still, like, it's like, man, that's so bad for me. Clearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
By all this, like, you know how you're talking about the wear? Look, there's some tools that we use. We call them whale tails.
Mm-hmm.
We use them when we slide them in the car and under the hood, and they go into a tight space, and they're like this. It's a whale tail. See, kind of the shape.
Yeah.
So we put them in there and we use them. Well, sometimes I flip them backwards and use them backwards to see what you know, to push something this way in this direction, because that's the only way I could reach it. So there was some times where I would do this, like an idiot. Holding, it's a tool, it's a piece of metal. You know, you hold it like this and move it. No, I went and I did it with my fingers.
Oh.
Like, that's
terrible.
injury, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, how stupid. But I've seen other people do it too. I've seen guys go like this.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Some of that metal is tough. Not all of it though, but some of it is tough. Oh man, yeah, like the high strength steel. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is tough. The aluminum. Oh, the military grade aluminum.
Yeah.
Oh man, that one. There was a rod that I have. It's old. It bent, and it's a heavy one. It's thick. It bent. It's like, dang, man. Like, that tells you how heavy all the stress on my body has been. You see what I mean? Like, it hasn't been fun. It's never been fun. And then now with all this, it's like, oh man, like, I need to do something that's fun.
Scoot over a little more that way. Awesome. Perfect.
So there was some time too where I was like struggling to see something that was underneath me right here in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. Struggling to see it. And I kept like doing something, and that's when I said that, that was like the first time I suspected that there might be something wrong with my posture. But I didn't know, I just let it be. And I worked around it, and it was like, man, that's not normal, dude. I always knew it wasn't normal, you know, and then now with all this, it's like, oh my gosh. Sergio's pretty fucked up. He's been operating inside his body incorrectly. Kind of makes me sad, you know?
I understand, bro. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
Definitely. I'd be really remiss if I wasn't, man. If I couldn't use my hands the way I really wanted to, especially with doing the things that I love.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
That's true, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, I've been having trouble. About a couple of years ago, I was playing guitar, and I was like, man, something happens that deteriorates my hands while I play guitar sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And I never knew why. Well, it was the posture problem was causing that.
Yeah, dude. Most definitely.
So sad, right? So I was telling someone at the gym, dude, I've been playing guitar wrong my whole life. I have all these things that I know on it, but I've been doing them incorrectly with the wrong part of the hand or something. With like not correctly, you know? It's just almost makes me feel like, I don't know, almost like it's a lie, you know? But it's like, but I can show you, like, all those things, after this is fixed, I'm still gonna know them. And I'm still gonna know how to do them all, and I'll be able to do them better. Because I felt like my playing has gotten dirtier over the last few years.
Really?
Yeah. I won't lie, man. I feel like it's gotten dirtier over the last few years.
Right.
But with all this, you know. Oh, is that better or bad? Don't matter. Huh?
No, keep going.
Don't matter. Playing guitar.
Very good. Try to roll your wrist around as well.
Should I squeeze or just
Both. You can do both. Squeeze, stretch,
like squeeze
roll
like that?
in, roll out. Multi-direction if you need to.
Oh, my veins are looking pretty sexy over there. I'm not kidding. My vascularity has been getting better.
Yeah.
My vascularity turned into nothing.
Really?
At some point, like the last maybe 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
it was like my vascularity was like disappearing, and I got sad when I noticed it. And I was like, "What? Am I dying?" I think I was though. I think I was regenerating nerves in my entire body. You know what I mean? Like I think I was dying. What the hell?
Very good. Alright, dude, I'm gonna step off for real nice and slow. See if we can see the color change on this one. You ready? Check it out. Can you see it, Sergio?
Uh-huh.
Look at that.
Whoa, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Cool, huh?
Whoa. Whoa.
Like put the circulation on?
Got it all back, yeah.
Amazing.
Is that what you did? You cut the circulation?
Well, I put a lot of ischemic pressure on his forearm, and yeah, it does cut off at some areas, but there's still circulation going. If you caught like those tiny little red spots that I couldn't get rid of, so it doesn't fully cut it off. It kind of just sedates it quite a bit. But man, just that amount of vascularity is huge. There's a lot
Man, and
going
it
on.
used to be better, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have on this forearm, when I would curl, the veins would wrinkle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool, but they haven't come back like that yet.
How do you get veiny?
How you get veiny? Man,
How?
you fucking.
Supplements?
There's a lot of ways to get that way to improve
No,
your
man,
vascularity.
dude. Supplements
Improve
is the
your
way to
circulation.
go to do that. There's no other way, dude.
No.
If it wasn't for all the things
There's a
that
lot of ways.
and stretching.
Stretching is a good one. Yeah.
True.
And like anything that'll improve your circulation heavily, breath work surprisingly is really good for it.
Oh, and I've been doing a shitload of that breathing, man. Yeah. Now that you're saying that, well, there it is.
So like highly oxygenated blood will flow like way more.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
So I would like to get a lot more veiny.
You will, bro. You'll see. You just keep going. Don't stop.
Literally, man. That's what it's like. Don't stop. Don't let anything stop you. Yeah, I've been thinking like where I'm at right now. I'm like, I've come so far. Nothing's gonna stop me.
Good.
You know, I'm like, I'm trying as hard as I can because this is no way to live. Feeling like this, I wouldn't wish this on anyone.
And you feel like you've been like this for
Like
forever?
my whole life. Yeah, like, because I've even, I don't know how to explain it. Like, so there's a lot of things that have changed, like,
Mhm.
inside me, my thought process.
Oh, okay.
Like, a lot of things, and I'm just like, whoa, dude. And I understand, like, yeah, that those people were picking on me. Yes, because they see that I look different. They see me with a messed up posture. They see me walking all weird. That's why they pick on me, you know? And like, I mean, I understand it now more than ever, but it's not cool to be that way, you know? It's like I'm here dealing with a disease and people are acting like jerks because I look funny, because I walk weird,
Mm-hmm.
because my neck is looking weird. I don't know. It's been rough, man. It's been rough, like, but you feel like the. Well, just imagine this. Imagine you're like me, and a mere contraction of a certain muscle on your arm, like my tricep. It was my tricep for me. I contracted it, and then my spine just began to hyperextend just because I contracted my tricep. Why? I don't know. You know, and then I got scared, and because I got scared, I contracted my tailbone, and then just because I got scared. You know?
Yeah.
I contracted my tailbone, and then it just gets worse, and then I can't control it. And I can't stop it. Like, and then it's like my body's trying to go back to where it was at the beginning of treating all this. And I mean, can you imagine feeling like all the months and months of works are gone in an instant?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's like instant regression, huh?
yeah, and it's like you can't control it. Just imagine that, like, and then a mere thought can, like, something that just makes you cringe, and you're just like, oh, I can't, and then it just your spine just pulls from end to end to hyperextend you like a string, and you can't control it. That's what I have to deal with on a daily basis, and like, I mean, it's horrible. It really, truly is horrible, because it's like, this dude can't control his body? Nope. But I'm learning how. We're teaching it how to operate. What do you gotta say about this area right here?
Right, so what I'm trying to do is, again, decompress the entire core.
Decompress, like
Mhm.
pressure release.
Yeah. And then if I do that, the back goes with it.
The what?
The back.
Meaning?
Meaning I'm decompressing you in like 3D space. So not just up front, but also
Oh,
back
the
here.
back
Mhm.
is moving along with it. Whoa! You are blowing my mind with that.
So that's why breath work works so efficiently, because it expands the spine as well as the abdominals, and it forces the ribs to open up. So you're working with three-dimensional space, which is more circulation, because now you have more fluid flow. Pressure's okay?
I mean, yeah. But do you have something to say specifically about that area? Because recently there was some pain there, and I was like, man, what the hell? And I was like, just suck your stomach in, dude. Just suck your stomach in. And like, I could feel some stuff. I could feel it fixing. Just crazy, yeah. And I don't know. I just feel like it's stitching together, but it wasn't stitched together. It was like all this was like not properly functioning, and it's been like that my whole life. That's the crazy thing about it. That's what's on my whole life.
There we go. All those little gurglies, that's all lymph, okay?
That's all what?
Lymph?
Like lymph nodes?
Like lymph nodes that are draining.
Uh-huh.
So lymph is the interstitial fluid. There we go, like that one. The interstitial fluid that we have inside of our body.
It was like something went that way.
Yeah,
I felt it. Yeah, you were like that one. I was like, what?
that one right there.
What the? That's amazing. You are blowing my mind.
Good.
Yeah, this is amazing. You don't really get too many people that come in here and tell you, oh my god, of everything that you do
Yeah.
like this, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm just like, I'm seriously like so mind blown right now.
Good, Serge. Man, I really like that. That's awesome.
Truly, man, like, there's been something wrong with my chest too. I couldn't figure it out. But somehow my chest is like just stitching together. It was like my chest has been torn up since I was little. At least that's the way it seems. You might start digging over there and the real lats. The real lats, because I actually have some lats now. They're not big, but I have lats. And I didn't used to have lats. I used to have imaginary lat syndrome.
Sounds nuts, Sergio. I gotta tell you that.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who are like that. They'll go to the gym and they're just using their arms to pull the weight down, and they're like, yeah, I'm so strong, and then they're lifting all heavy, and it's like, dude, you don't have lats. You're supposed to work your lats when you do that. You have to do something about it, you know. And like I was like that I won't lie to you, I was like that for years too, and then. Just this year is when I began to develop lats. And now I look in the mirror in my back and I'm just like, now I finally have a back, dude. What?
I feel like I don't have lats either.
Really?
I tried to do that little pose or tried standing, I don't have any.
Really?
Nah.
His lats?
Yeah. Saying the same thing.
Yeah, see, well, it's all posture, man. If you're not in the right position, that muscle is not going to develop.
Yep. You'll overdevelop probably your delts.
Yeah.
Your delts is like behind your shoulder, right?
What's all this shoulder cuff right here?
Yeah.
Front, middle, and posterior. Yeah.
Oh, man.
How you feeling?
There was some juice there, huh?
Yeah. Like how you say, there's some juice.
That's crazy. This is amazing. Like everything happening here is just amazing. Yeah, last night before I had trouble sleeping. Because I was like, oh my gosh, dude, tomorrow's gonna be amazing. You know, I get all excited, so it's gonna be amazing tomorrow. Oh my gosh. You know, so I had trouble sleeping because of that, but here we are. And it is. It is.
Go.
Even more so though, you know? See, like I told you about my hands. I didn't know you. I mean, I figured you might, but like, I didn't know you were gonna do like this. Is like big changes on my hands, just right now. Just my hands, like, you know, like, I mean everything really, but my hands is a surprising one to me, you know, and it fills me with a lot of satisfaction, you know, to feel a change in my hands. Because I thought my hands were already doing good with my grip changing and all that.
Yeah.
And now with this, oh man, get ready. Oh man. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I just felt my arm, like each time you went and you ran your fingers through. My arm was just like, oh, relax more. Oh, relax more. And it's like, amazing. But it's good that I haven't really been trying to contract and keep all this, right?
Yeah, you want to stay loose? Pain?
No, it's just like almost burped.
Oh,
it was like I tried to let it out, but it was like stuck.
Oh, that's annoying.
And it was like
a gurgle.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna stay in. Yeah. And it didn't come out. Oh, and that injury. There's an injury on my shoulder.
Okay.
I mean, it's been healing. I don't know if I told you. I think I did, yeah. No, whenever it happened, it seemed like it transferred to my bicep. Like
okay, that's right, yeah.
You remember that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, right now it feels so much better. But I know it's still injured because I can feel it. I can still feel that it's injured.
Okay.
So I was like, we need to tell Abraham because he's gonna do something about it. You know?
For sure. Dude, this is going incredibly well.
Really?
Yeah, so we've reached all the goals that I had for you.
Oh, really?
Increased pressure on both hands and feet. Complete release of all of your forearm, including the thumb and hand, which
Really?
I didn't think I was going to get that deep in there.
Really?
I got to put my knee on your forearm, which I didn't think we were going to do until maybe the third or fourth session.
Oh, but because
Everything moved really well. The amount of pressure that you were taking already was pretty staggering. So you're actually, I mean, all the goals are met already, but
That's interesting.
we haven't even gotten to the back yet, you know? That's
Yeah.
pretty intense stuff.
Yeah. And then right here with the fascia, what do you got to say about that?
So here you have an incredible amount of not just tightness, but compression. And so that's what I'm working against
Here?
is compression. Yeah, right in mid-chest. But like the rib cage opened up really well. We've decompressed your abdominals all the way already. So that's, like you were saying, you know, your arm would have stayed up here probably if we didn't do all that.
Yeah, I think.
See how it's like way down deep. We can still keep going.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So this is all really comfortable. I mean, I'm really comfortable still working the tissues really well. Awesome.
Surprising, huh? Well,
Very surprising, yeah.
that makes me feel surprised. Happy.
Good.
Stoked.
Okay, and relax your head all the way down. Any pain?
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been so afraid to do this.
Just
with,
to lay
with
flat?
nothing underneath, yeah.
Right.
How does it feel?
Yeah, how does it feel?
I can feel that it's like my body is healing from right here.
Okay, cool.
And the reason I say that
Mm-hmm.
is because I mean, of course, I can feel it.
Right.
It's healing right here, but like, it's the position that you put me in
Yeah.
that is causing that.
Good. All right. That's exactly right. That's right. I put you in a much better position right now from the soles of your feet pretty much to the core.
That's amazing.
So that's cool that you can flatten out as much as you can, like right now to completely get on the table, and then like this curve is what I'm after.
It's weird, huh? It's weird
Yeah.
there.
It's
Yeah.
just straight. It's very like military neck. And
What?
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push fluid out first.
There's fluids in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 33% of your lymph nodes are in your head, face, and neck. So that's a third of the whole body in terms of lymph nodes. So first we have to drain because I know you've had a lot of inflammation accumulate over the years just because of the work that you do and the way that you play. So all of this stuff is years old. So that's what we have to start with. There's more superficial stuff, which is fluid flow, and then fascia. We'll end up doing more fascial work later. But right now, what I really want to focus is draining massive amounts of fluid, tons of blood away from this area.
Blood away from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, because you're talking about. Go ahead, man. You're done.
Yeah. So if we're draining blood and lymph away, what we're really doing is we're pushing more circulation into that area. Because once we push stagnant lymph out, it has to regenerate with new lymph. So when it does that, eventually these tissues will slightly dehydrate more than they've been, you know, with all that juice flowing around. That's all inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
So if we push out stagnant juice and then we replace it with new and cleaner juice, and essentially what we have is a much more malleable vertebrae. See, like right there. And this is what I wanted to accomplish. You feel how much more mobility now, and then also just the fact that I can go deeper into these tissues is what I'm after. So like there, and then now I'll hold ischemic pressure just like I was doing on the forearm, and I'm drawing more blood now just with pressure, to this area. So now you're hyper aware that my finger's there and that it needs to move. You don't know how to make it move, but your body does. So like there, your body's just created a little wave on my thumb, and then it's pushing it out slowly. So we're gonna help it. There we go. You feel it?
Wow. Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna keep doing now. Since we started up top, I'm gonna just work my weights just slightly down. And then good. So now we got more space, mobility in this next vertebrae.
What, dude? You're doing that, and I could feel something pulsating on the bottom of my right leg.
Good. Okay.
Yeah,
so that's
that's
a direct tie
Yeah, wow.
to that sciatic joint. I mean sciatic nerve. So there we go.
So that's what that was.
Mhm.
That's amazing.
And then that's also why your posture leaning forward is more comfortable because it stretches out that spinal cord and the sciatic nerve, and so that's why it feels really good to
For me
kind
to
of
be
be.
there.
I think what you've just been missing is those natural curves in your body, like at the hips and low back, here in the neck.
The most important ones.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the stability curves. You know, we're supposed to have more of a question mark shape in the spine, and so yours at the end is not so much a question mark, but an S because of how straight your neck has been and how straight your low back has been. But whenever that happens, it staggers the vertebrae because they have to have a natural curve in order to receive and give back decompression, right? So when they receive compression, they kind of curl up into that question mark, and when they take off compression, they're supposed to relax, like in that curve, in that natural curve. If you have both of your ends straight and straight up here, and like you said, you were like a straight stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you cannot receive good compression because now your joints have to stagger in order to make up for that lack of curve. So what you've probably been living with is just staggered joints.
And I've been in danger of nasty injury.
Exactly, yeah.
Because of
Mechanical,
that.
it's big.
Amazing.
So giving you those curves back should give you a lot more proprioceptive like responses in terms of your nerves, how you position your feet, where you can put your hands so that they don't quote unquote fuck you up, right?
Wow. See right there where you're touching?
Mm-hmm.
That's connected to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Like I can feel pulsating right there. Like I'm gonna heal right there.
Yeah.
And it all comes from my neck, though, like where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So check these out. These are the scalenes. I'm gonna push on them.
Oh
These
my.
should go down to the arm.
And they're not.
If they're not, it's okay. If it's just local, it's not a big deal.
I'm not sure I understand.
Does the pain shoot down the arm?
More just that area.
Just the area. Okay, cool. So we want to find one that kind of does.
What do you see?
How about that one?
That maybe slightly.
Slightly. Okay.
But you know why I'm saying that though?
Uh-huh.
I think my body's still numb. Like my whole body.
It's okay. It's waking up though. That's what's good.
It
How about
has.
there? Local?
A little bit. I can feel something on my arm a little bit. See, like, there's been times where they ask me about pain,
Mm-hmm.
and now it makes sense because I've always been like, well, I don't know, I can't really feel the pain that they're asking. You're feeling the pain, like they want me to describe something that I can't describe because I've been so numb.
That's right. Yeah.
My body has been so numb, and this is years and years ago. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I've always had trouble describing, like, well, where's the pain in your head? And I can't really tell because it's like, I don't know, that's the best way I could explain it though, you know, like my body has been so numb that I can't really pinpoint the exact area, but I know the pain is there. That's sad.
No, it's not sad. It's not sad. It's where you're at right now. That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm way in a good place.
Good. I'm glad, dude.
In a good place. Getting launched into a better one. It's amazing. See, like right now, I felt my feet like move.
Like the base of your foot?
Yeah. Oh, and you know, at night, sometimes at night while I sleep, my feet want to twist.
Inward?
And they do that by themselves, out.
Out.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's been times where I caught them like, it's like that. And that wakes me up, and I'm like, what the hell? What, that's not supposed to be happening, you know? Yeah, and then right now, it seems like it's connected to this. Because I feel that, you know, connection between the two areas. That's crazy. You're like, no, that's logical.
Definitely not crazy, man. For sure. For sure has a reason. That's what's good. And that's what we're here to figure out, man. We're definitely trying to figure out how your body connects, and if we can get it to fully connect, even better.
Yeah, it's like my body's been just trying to stitch together properly. Like it's never, I don't know, it's like it broke. Like I was pulled apart from arm to feet. Well, yeah, trying to stay stable, standing on the ground and then pressing like that on a piece of metal all day, every day, you know, it's like something like that's bound to happen. But with what happened to me, with me using everything incorrectly, that just made it all worse. Like all of this wouldn't be so bad with someone who wasn't built the way that I am, right?
Yeah.
And now we're correcting to build correctly. Well, you know, you're the one stitching me together right now. It's amazing. He's like literally sculpting a human body. Right?
That's right, dude, yeah. Putting you back together.
What a way to describe it. Is that the tightest area
Right now, yeah.
that you've touched though, right on my
Mhm.
neck? It's the tightest one.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's crazy.
How do you think he's gonna be after this?
We'll see, man. So far, everything that he's responding to has been phenomenal. And like the way that he's shaping right now, in terms of like how he said, me sculpting him, it's turning out good. So there's no resistance, you know. And if there is, he's learning to adapt to both pressure and resistance. And so all of his fascial tissue is just going.
Wow.
A lot of the times that doesn't happen, you know. It takes a while before we
release
get good response. But like in his neck, I was expecting way more resistance. Just because of how banged up his tissues were in his hands, how much impact he takes to those joints, and all of the way that his digits were like kind of gnarling up, kind of in a claw. So those are the things you want to always pay attention to when it comes to hands, because there are some people like him that just use his hands incredibly fast, but also like super efficiently and really, really freaking hard.
Thanks, man.
He's gonna be pro athlete after this.
See, man, as long as we get him to move, he's gonna fuck shit up.
Oh man, I like the sound of that.
There we go. So like this right here, this is where I was after, getting him more of a curve. See, like right there, my fingers are going, they're sinking in. That's definitely not how we started.
Wow.
So this is, honestly, this is miles ahead of where I thought we'd be. Just because of the description of how tight his tissues were, then touching him and understanding like how his fascia works, and it's more of a time release for him. In some clients it's faster, in others it's like you have to just really touch and take your time, go real slow. With him it's about tempo, and like a cadence to his walk. There's a cadence to the way that he moves. There's purpose. So it makes sense to treat him at his pace, you know? Make him do the work. Allow him to connect. Because otherwise, like, there is such a fast disconnect from him that if we don't treat him like always engaged and always there, then like what's happening right now, he's slightly disengaging. And here we go. Very good. Alright, cool. So like that, how quick it happened for him to kind of go off somewhere else. Want him to stay present so that way he can to really get to the emotional part of it. Even though it's just a conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to remember a lot of the things that were said here, and his body response is going to be just as quick, you know? Like he was saying, like, some people set him off, and his body responds to it super fast. Right. And so it's the same with this type of conversation. We're creating new memories in his tissues of release. And so if he can engage those memories, his tissue can remember how to shut off instead of re-engaging. And that's kind of the basis of the trauma-based work that I do, is to create new interstitial memories, if you will. Make his tissues remember that, hey, this is a good position. We should be in this position much more often than we are in the other one, because the other one actually fucking hurts. To get him there, we need to understand like how he responds to tissue work, what works best for him, and not so much going by what classically works, right, quote unquote, what would be best for everybody. It's not a one size fits all. You know, you have to modify your work to the client. It's more important to treat the client instead of treating your ego. It's super important.
Has there ever been a client where you just can't fix them?
I don't ever think of in terms of fixing people. There has been a client where I just could not help them.
Yeah.
Because, quite honestly, you have to have clients that come in and are willing to help themselves. There is a process to the things that I do. And a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, just maybe those one or two, they just do not like my process. And I am okay with them not liking my process because it's not going to affect me personally. It is, however, going to affect my work. And that's why I love and still respect them. They just weren't a right fit at the time, I guess, I would say. But more importantly, they just did not want to follow my process. They didn't want to do it that way. They were expecting like a miracle, you know? Most people, because that's how people sell me, you know? They're just like, hey, this guy's a miracle worker. He does wonders. And so they come with high expectations, which is fine, you know? It helps you kind of try to live up to the hype, I guess you would say. But no, if that person or people were to come in again, because everything's changed, I would simply go at their pace and do it their way at first until they see, hey man, my way's never been working. That's why I'm here, because I'm here to change. And that's what I'm about. Creating small changes that eventually turn into big waves of change. That's what I sell to people. Is like, I'm not going to quote unquote fix you. I just want to help you get to a much better, more pain-free place, so that when we continue to do work, we can do much deeper work. And it doesn't always have to be, I'm going to kick your ass and you're going to feel good. No, that's just the idea that I sell. It's super easy to sell it too. It's like, oh, this guy, dude, he did all this stuff, everything released and popped and it freaking hurt, but at the moment, then afterwards I felt great. That says more about that client than it does about my work. That client in particular probably came in wanting more pressure, wanting to feel pain, because they just never get anything like that before. It's more soft and fluffy, which it can be. I mean, there's no saying that deep work has to be deep pressure. Quite honestly, some of the deepest work I've ever done has been with about 5 to 10 pounds of pressure. And that's it. And I've had people sit there and cry. Others that have had like ridiculous amounts of pain and trauma come up just by touching a scar even. And that was maybe 1 to 2 pounds of pressure, or working with a coin just because the texture was different. So releases are based upon the client. It is never about how I choose modalities, you know, or like this thing works better than this other thing, and everybody's been doing all wrong because it's only this thing that works and this is the only new thing. Fuck no. You know, a lot of the times the ancient modalities work the best, and they're still working to this day. You know, a lot of this stuff is still passed on. I mean, I do trauma-based work with like Tarahumara medicine, corn alcohol, herbs, and so that it really just depends on what the client is wanting to experience. But to be a true good practitioner, you have to just master each one of your tools. And so anytime that you get a tool, you should practice the hell out of it, at least 100,000 strokes, you know, just so that you can make sure that you have it done completely right. And I think that's also what's hard about teaching someone, is that I have such high expectations for myself that I would hate to put that same amount of pressure on somebody else to produce, right? Because it's also not fair to the clients, you know. You can't have expectations for them other than what are attainable goals. Like for him, for Sergio here, my attainable goal for him was to mobilize his feet and decompress his wrists and hands as much as possible. If I could do that, then a lot of the symptoms that he's experiencing won't be so like clinically quote unquote bad for him, and they won't be so severe, because I know that's what he really is coming in for, is the extremity work. How is he going to function better with walking? How is he going to function better sleeping? How is he going to function better at work? Those are the areas where he maximizes his motion and his movements. And so he saves all of that energy for those specific areas, you know. Just like hearing him talk about the way he has to walk. He has to be more efficient in it, so that way he doesn't cave in and hurt. The way he sleeps, he's like, why do I have to continuously correct my sleep? Because I can still feel pops and weird sensations. They actually wake me up from my sleep. So those things are important to understand about him in particular. So all of my work is based on that. How he's going to sleep tonight. How he's going to work tomorrow. How he's going to walk his dog. Those things are the most important things for him right now, because those things are the ones that bring healing and money and security to his life. So if we base the massage based on those three principles, then it's going to be, let's get this guy more efficient in terms of compression, in terms of how he breathes, and how he distributes his weight when he's walking. I don't know why I went off on that tangent, bro. You're fucking my life up. These questions. How you feeling, Serge?
I'm great. Fantastic.
I'm great.
He sounds relaxed.
Yeah, dude. That's
Tell you, bro, these filming this is just relaxing.
Yeah? Then you're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm just like, fun, you know?
Man, I'm so comfortable.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look comfortable, dude. It's awesome.
Him too, and he's just watching.
Yeah, that's true. Very cool, man. Everything's moving well. All right, let's try some pressure. How's this pressure?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Oh, we're gonna get knifing, huh?
Kind of, sort of. Nice.
Yeah, I always hate the sound of that.
Take a deep
Or the
breath.
feel of that.
Out slowly.
but it's welcome.
There we go. Nice. Okay, deep breath again. Out slowly.
My foot just twitched.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Everything, should go down to the lower extremities. Deep breath again. Beautiful. Okay. Feel it down the leg or down the glute?
I feel something happening, yeah.
Okay.
On both legs.
Okay, deep breath. Good, out slowly.
Now, a quick question for you about
Mhm.
this. So, I kind of feel my my bladder pretty nice. I don't know if that might pose a problem to what's going on right now.
You gotta go
maybe,
pee?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, let me just finish this side low back and then you can go pee. Cool?
No, yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure I think that'll be it. And then we'll leave the back of the legs for another time. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, unless you want to beat them down, I'm okay with that.
No, well I have someone at 5, so probably won't. That's why I'm asking. It's cool.
Yeah, there was a spot that I pressed on my leg that it was like, oh, like I could feel it on the opposite leg.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So breathe.
Mhm. Same here. Oh, that's good. Real deep. And again. How you feeling, Serge?
Pretty good. Was I gonna get the elbow to the glute?
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my, not looking forward to that one. That one always sucks. Oh, it's gonna happen now.
Yeah, just fast.
Oh man. Not ready for it.
How's that feel?
Crazy.
Painful?
Mm,
Tolerable?
I think it's probably a little bit more painful than not, but like I was telling you, like I seriously, it's like I feel the little ants all over the place, and they come and go, but each time they'll come and then they go, and it's different after that. It's a different sensation.
That okay?